If you're looking for Ultimate Team coins, check out FIFACoinstank.com in the description below and use the code TRAY for 5% off your order. Enjoy the video. What is up, guys? TRayALLDay here, and welcome to episode number 51 of my Fulham career mode. I can't thank you guys enough for the support on episode 50. It actually blew me away. I wasn't sure if it was going to go down well because I don't know, sometimes specials don't really go down as well as you think they will, but it went down absolutely terrifically. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. Over 40 likes, and it's only been out for a few days. That's just fantastic. As well, I put out a vlog yesterday, which also went down extremely well, and we're going to talk about a few things in that vlog in this episode. Now, one thing I did mention in that vlog is that I wasn't going to be home till Sunday night, which is when I'm recording right now. I want to get videos out for you guys daily. I feel like that is what I need to do to progress as a YouTuber. I feel like I have pretty decent content, so I'd like to upload daily for your guys' enjoyment and for my enjoyment to be able to see your guys' reaction on the daily as well. So, with that being said, I'm currently recording this at around midnight Sunday night, so technically Monday morning if you go by that logic, but I usually upload my videos at around 2 a.m. my time, so that gives me 2 hours. So I do kind of want to sleep tonight. So with that being said, I'm only going to be playing this Nottingham Forest game this episode, but don't worry, because next episode, as you just saw, we have Chelsea, Manchester United, and Newcastle. 3 huge games next episode, and then the episode after that, we obviously have Manchester City, and that will be a big game, because I'll tell you why in a second. Now, obviously, with us only playing 1 game this episode, I still need to cover quite a bit of time of other things, and that is actually what I wanted to do, was talk about a few things regarding the series. So, if you're not one that wants to listen to me talk about various things in this series, and just want to watch gameplay, I suggest you turn off the video now, and return to my channel tomorrow. But we're going to start off with the table. So, as you can see, we currently sit 9th in the league. That is quite a big jump from where we were at the beginning of the season, and you can see we've only played 28 games this season. If we win our next 2, we'll move up to 6th place. Well, 7th technically, because our goal difference is not as good as Manchester City's. Now, obviously, we just got knocked out of the Europa League, and I feel like we got knocked out very undeservedly so. I feel like we definitely should have won that leg against Lazio. I mean, if you didn't watch that episode, I suggest you do. It's episode number 49, and seriously, with the amount of chances we had, we deserved to go through in that leg, but we got very, very unlucky, and unfortunately, we're out of Europa League, and I feel like we deserve another chance at it. We played very well in that competition, and I'd like to do it again. So for the rest of the season, my aim is to push into those top 5 positions, possibly 6th if we could get in that way, if one of the top 6 people obviously win one of the cups, which I think Arsenal won one of the cups as well. So if they can move up the table as well, that would be pretty nice, because then that would leave a spot open for one of the teams below 5th place to make Europa League. Anyway, you can see, obviously, last season we finished 7th in the league, I do believe, something like that, and that was our first season in the Premier League. This is our 2nd season, and we've kind of regressed a little bit. We sit 9th in the league, and, you know, for the majority of the season, we sat between the relegation zone and around 12th place, so we've done a bit better recently, but I want to show you guys the reason why we are currently not doing well in the league. Obviously, you saw our goal differential is 2, +2. If we look through our top goal scorers in the Premier League, none, absolutely none of them are Fulham players. That is a huge transition from last season. Of course, we had Paul-Georges Antep, who went on to win the Golden Boot with 31 goals in 1 season. Absolutely terrific performance from him, and now he's being wasted by Manchester United. They're not even using him. You go down 2 with the goals, 7. You just need 7 goals to make the top 25, and Antep's not in there. That's just, I feel bad for him. He's not being utilized there like he was at Fulham. So, with that being said, you guys, all but 1 comment in my last video, every single one said, yes, do the financial takeover, except for 1 comment. And of course, I know you guys all don't comment on my videos. I get around 100 to 200 views a video, about every episode a day, that is. So when I upload it, it gets around 100 episodes that day that I upload it. 100 views to 200 views on that day that I upload it, and then of course it progresses on as the days go along, as people catch up on the series. But as I was saying, Of course, not all of you guys comment. I get around 100 to 200 views, and about, depends on the video, maybe like 2 to 10 comments. So that means not all of you guys are commenting, obviously, but a lot of you guys are willing to do straw poll votes, and that's what I'm going to do near the end of the season. When we hit the end of the season, I will put out a straw poll on the financial takeover, and if the majority of it is yes, probably, I'd say if it's 50-50, I'll still say no, because I don't know, I feel like you guys would still watch the series if I did no, whereas if I did yes, the majority of the people that said no probably won't watch it again because they'll think it's very, very unrealistic. But if the majority, like maybe 60% and higher of you guys vote yes, then I will probably do the financial takeover. But moving on, assists, we got Saive in there. I was not surprised to see him in there whatsoever. He has just been brilliant with his passing this season. 4 assists in the Premier League alone. He's gotten a lot in Europa League, etc. Clean sheets. Now this is the huge difference. You can see Paul Nardi sitting there at 4th, of course, technically tied for 2nd in the league with 9 clean sheets. That is a huge contrast from last season. Of course, we had freaking Ruben Blanco, who, you know, he let in a lot of silly goals. And Nardi, of course, kind of has that tendency from time to time to let in a few of those, but Blanco, not my favorite keeper in this game, definitely. Nardi has been fantastic, 9 clean sheets, and that also has to do with an improved defense, slightly improved defense, I guess you could say, and I have been very impressed with him. So if you think about it, if we just had a goal scorer to go along with Nardi, we would just be set. So if we were able to bring back Ntep and have him scoring 30 goals a season, obviously that's not realistic to do that every season, but like maybe 15 to 20 goals a season along with Nardi, you can only imagine how high we would be in the table right now. So it's just, you can see why we currently sit 9th. Obviously, our defense is playing 10 times better than our offense, and that is the reason why we are struggling. But if we move on to our office, moving on to the next part of the video, you can see that Josh Gatt is now out for 2 months. That happened on international duty, and so now we no longer have him for the next 2 months, which is around the end of the season. So that's unfortunate, but we do have a lot of right back cover, so I'm not too upset about that one. I'd be a lot more upset if it was Haidara or Masuaku, so it's perfectly fine. Next is some inquiries. So obviously, we could probably afford Matuidi or Sturridge next year without the financial takeover, because we'll probably get a lot of money. At the start of this season, I believe I got around 15, was it 10 to 15 million? Something like that. It was a pretty decent amount, pretty decent amount of money is what I was trying to say. And I think we need a striker. Daniel Sturridge would do fantastic, and I think a holding midfielder would be perfect with Matuidi, so I'd be perfectly happy with those 2 signings coming in. Of course, we did the financial takeover. We'd probably be able to bring in both of them, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I personally want to do it. I would love to bring back Ntep, but I'm not sure if I want to do the financial takeover. I feel like it kind of ruins the series if you do it, but tournament prize money, this is from the end of Europa League, 399,000, around 400,000 of course, and then we got this from Ashley Westwood saying that he is thankful for being put back in the team, even though he's not really being put back in the team. We move on to our team itself, the team sheet. Nathan Redmond did come to us and complain about his game time. I don't know. I really have not been impressed with him since he started signing here. His work rates say high medium, but I don't feel like they're high medium. Every time I put him in the game, I mean, if we go over to my instructions, you can see that I have the left forward set as, oh wow, I'd actually changed this. I actually had attacking runs at, why is it doing this? Oh, that's why. Okay. I had attacking runs that get in behinds, and I know I had it set in a few games that he was in our team, and for whatever reason, he would not get in behind. He would just sit there, and I'm like, just make the run so I can do a through ball to you, and you be through on goal, but Redmond just doesn't do that for me, and it's kind of disappointing. But either way, this is the lineup we're going with for the next game against Nottingham Forest. Of course, the only game you'll see from me this episode. And obviously, with Gatt out, we need a new right back. Our only options at the moment would be Liam Moore, Palmer Brown. We got Fofana, Haidara, Masuaku. I wouldn't mind playing there, but Masuaku, believe has, no, they're about the same. 3-star weak foot, I think, both of them. Yeah, they're exactly the same, actually. They both have 3-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. And then also we have, I don't think Nkulu could play there, but yeah, those are basically our only options at right back. So Palmer Brown has been playing there a few times this season, and I'm perfectly happy playing him there. He has some decent pace, and I'm fine with that. And Liam Moore, I would play him there when, of course, Nkulu is back to fitness. As you can see, he's a bit low on that, so when the time comes and he's back fully fit, we'll put him there and Moore over there, and that will be our starting lineup. I'm really liking Haidara at CDM at the moment. Of course, we'll change it from time to time with fitness issues, etc., but I'm really enjoying him there. Now, for this game, I'm going to give Oxlade-Chamberlain a run up front, the right forward position. I feel like he did very well there when I ran the 4-2-4 formation against Lazio, so I'm going to give him a chance with that. Now, obviously, you can see Lascelles has the captain's armband for this game, and really that is due to the fact that I couldn't, with Nkulu out, obviously Pogba was our captain before, Nkulu is now out with fitness issues. I didn't know who to give it to because all these guys are relatively new, except for Haidara and Palmer Brown, but Palmer Brown's 19, and I really don't think of Haidara as a leader on the team, and it's funny enough, I based it off of Football Manager. Now, I went to Football Manager, I looked up each and every player, and looked at their leadership attribute, and Lascelles surprisingly has 17 leadership, which is, if you don't play Football Manager, it goes out of 20, so that is very high. 17 leadership. I was a bit surprised at that considering how young he is, 23, so yeah, I was pretty impressed with that, so I gave it to him. Obviously, he's also playing his former team in Nottingham Forest in this game, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to give him the captain's armband. Our second choice captain will be Gaeta Fofana. He did have like 13 leadership. Our third choice captain will be Liam Moore. Actually, scratch that. Lascelles is our first choice captain. Second choice captain is Nkulu. Third choice captain is Fofana. He had 13 leadership, Nkulu had 15, Moore had 12 leadership, and then after that, it's basically Masuaku had like 5, Haidara had like 7, Saive had 5, Berahino had like 5, Oxlade-Chamberlain had 7, Figure2 had 8, Palmer Brown wasn't in my game, so I couldn't check, and those were really our only starters, so that is basically our rotation of captains. I know a lot of you don't really care about that, but a lot of you that care about the technicalities of things, I thought I'd share that with you guys. So either way, it's time for the game against Nottingham Forest. I've been rambling on for way too long. I think a lot of you guys like that, but a lot of you probably just want me to get on with the game itself. So without any further ado, let's kick on to the game and take a look at Nottingham Forest starting 11. So here's Nottingham Forest lineup, and yeah, Sambalonga was in the top 25 of the goal scorers, but other than that, they really have a very bad team. Oh, Ox is through. Oxlade-Chamberlain off the post, and that's the first chance we've had this game. Oh, the Ox. The Ox, he tucks it in. His second chance of the game, and it's a goal in the 55th minute. And that's just kind of sad. We've only had 2 highlights thus far this game. They've had, I think, like 4 shots on target, but they were just, like, very soft headers, so I felt there was no need to show them. Either way, 1-0. Nardi, that was class. Full time, 1-0 is the final score. Another clean sheet added to Paul Nardi's resume for the season, and really, pretty boring game in my opinion. Really nothing happened in it. You can see 7 shots on target for them. I believe I only showed like 1, and there was 3 shots on target for us, and I believe I only showed 2. Now that is just because pretty much every chance they had was just a cross into the box, which really was not dangerous whatsoever, and I also didn't want to make this episode too long, so I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Again, we were playing a pretty bad team, so I thought I would show it in this episode. Of course, we just kind of had a laid-back discussion about the career mode itself, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, it'd be greatly appreciated. If, of course, you could leave a like on the video, as well comment any suggestions you have for me down below for ways I can improve my content. Follow me on Twitter at TRayALLDay, and I'll see you guys next time.